everyone, I'm Tracy Barnhart, the professional geologist here at Mini-Me Geology. I am back again this week with another fabulous Ask-a-Geologist question. Today's question is about becoming a geologist, and I know it's fabulous because it came from two of our readers. Now, I received this question from two of our readers, Alejandra and Alexandra. They both asked me basically the same question, and what they wanted to know was, can I be a geologist and how do I make that dream come true? Well, girls, I am here to tell you that if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret though. When I went to college, I wasn't intending on being a geology major. I really was interested in the science. I had taken a little bit in high school and I thought it was really neat, but I also thought it was going to be really cool to wear all those business suits to work when I was grown up. So I thought business would be a better major for me. So my first year in college, you're always required to take some basic classes, and I took geology for a science class, and I took economics for a business class. I hated the business class. The economics was so boring. I went running back to the geology department and declared my major. I really did like the geology class. It was really fun. It was the basic class that you had to take. And learned a lot about the rocks and minerals, and you have this rock test that everybody hates but all the geologists actually love, and you learn to identify different rocks and minerals, and it's really cool. So if I can do this, you guys can definitely do this too. Now, neither of you told me how old you were, so I'm going to assume that you guys are still in elementary or middle school or high school. So if you are in one of those grades and you're really interested in becoming a geologist, there's a few things that you can do to help you get ready for college. Now, one thing is science fair projects. If your school does a science fair, and even if it's just optional, go ahead and pick a project that will tell you something about geology. The great thing about geology is there's so many different areas you can study. You can study environmental, you can study mineralogy, structural, petrology. There's all different types of stuff that you can learn about. So pick a project that you think might be interesting and see if it's something that you like. If it is, fabulous. If not, next year, pick another area of geology and see if that's something that you might like. You can always ask your teachers for suggestions, and if you need more help, you could always get in touch with me at rockinfo@Mini-Me Geology, and I am happy to help you come up with a science fair project that might match your interests. Now, you also, when you get into high school, take some chemistry classes if you can, because even though there's not a lot of chemistry in geology, there is a little bit, and it will really help you when you get into your geology classes in college. Now, if you're looking at colleges and trying to figure out where do I want to go to get my geology degree, there's a few things that you need to consider. Different schools have different strengths, and it's based on the professors that they have, the research that the professors are doing, and even where they're located. Now, we live on the coast in South Carolina, so a lot of the schools in these areas really focus on environmental, and they focus on oceanography and things like that that are related to geology and environmental geology, but we don't have mountains here, so we can't really study the mountains. If you're interested in that type of work, then you may want to go somewhere in the Rocky Mountains or out in the Pacific area, something to give you, a location that may match up with the type of geology that you want to do. Always research the professors, go visit, talk to them, see what they're working on, and see the classes that you might be able to take, and see what matches your interest the best. If you still have questions, as always, you can get in touch with us. We know some professors at different colleges we can get you in touch with, and hopefully that will help you on your quest to become a geologist. I hope this answers your question. If you have any more questions, we would love to hear back from you girls. Now, if anybody else who's watching this has questions about becoming a geologist, geology careers, or anything having to do with geology, we would love to hear from you. We have a Dig Into Geology section that has an Ask-a-Geologist section. You can type your questions right in there. You can email them directly to me at rockinfo@minimegeology.com. You can even post them on our Facebook page, and we would be happy to answer your questions. One thing I will mention is we're getting ready to shoot a series of question and answer videos on the beach. So if you have any beach questions, please send them to us today, tomorrow, pretty soon, because we're going to shoot them in about 2 weeks. And we would love to answer your questions in an upcoming video. Until next time, rock on, everyone.